Welcome to My Choice Primary Care, where today we're fortunate to have Eric Mabie with us. He's here to share some of his journey of how he started at the early age of 10, investing in his own health and the health of the community around him. Eric, tell us a little bit about what got you here today.
Well, thanks to our dear friends, Jim and Elizabeth Magazine, and sharing how wonderful you've been to help them on their journey. You were generous enough to reach out to me so that we could collaborate today. And my personal journey began when I was 10. I just fell in love. Health and fitness was a part of my family growing up, and I just took it on because I saw immediate benefits. Even at age 10, I could see immediate benefits in my health and my physical fitness. And I just began consuming everything I could on the subject. And by the time I was 12, I was writing programs. And by the time I was 18, I was coaching people professionally.
That's amazing. You know, one of the things that you mentioned was a patient that we share told me about how much you have helped them with micro movements. So some people get overwhelmed by the thought of going to a gym and doing macro movements. Tell us about micro movements.
So the micro movements came out of, again, my own personal journey as I was in a major car accident and I was 20 years old. And by the time I was 24 years old, I couldn't walk. So I had herniated discs, about 7 different levels, cervical all the way down to lumbar, and left me unable to walk. And all of the training, so as we just shared, I started learning how to lift weights at 10. And by the time I was 24, I had 14 years of experience under my belt. But all of that experience as a trainer did nothing to help me and actually often hurt me when I was trying to rehabilitate. So I had to find a better path and a different path to help me resolve my pain issues. And that's when I discovered all of the hidden exercises that exist below the level of the prime movements and traditional weightlifting.
So breathing, for example, can you talk to us about breathing is more than just air in, air out?
Yes. So most people, because I do actually test people's diaphragmatic capacities, and believe it or not, even though we all breathe every day, somewhere along the path, most people actually are taught or they learn how they don't breathe correctly. They don't breathe with their diaphragm, and it could be stress, it could be sedentary life, but most people end up as chest breathers and they don't activate their diaphragm, which means to the degree that you're oxygenating the cells of your bodies, to the degree that you're actually upregulating your pulmonary system, your cardiovascular system, all of that is impacted, immune system. And so I saw in myself that because of the stress that I wasn't breathing well enough, and literally just oxygenating and moving that oxygen and blood through your body more effectively can reduce inflammation, reduces pain, improves well-being. And so I became addicted to breath work.
That's incredible. You don't need machines for that. You don't need heavy weights for that, right?
Correct.
Just your own self.
Correct.
And the technique.
And the technique. And that's the thing. One of the mantras I use is that you need to be able to rehabilitate anything and anyone if you're stuck in an elevator, which means just no tools, no nothing, just knowledge. And it's all specific breath techniques to create that experience in the body.
So could somebody just go online and do a YouTube? Because it seems like you can YouTube anything and get there.
The challenge with YouTube, as with anything else, is that every human body is specific. So if you don't know exactly what you need, or especially the breakdowns, right? Like we can learn something, but then we come upon a barrier or a breakdown. And if we don't know, okay, I get the concept, but I'm having a hard time with this, this, and this. How do I continue to grow and learn if I'm having these breakdowns and barriers? And so with the ability to work with people one-on-one, we can troubleshoot a lot of the areas that they might have problems in that you just can't find online.
Now, I think it's great that you're sharing this with me, and I believe in what you're saying. Breathing, we can't live without oxygen. And we can't live without expelling CO2, right? So that's fundamental.
Yeah.
But when I look at you, I see a fit guy, and I see someone who could probably breathe very easily versus roll back 17 years, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Now what happens?
Yep. Great. So I've been actually sent to hospitals and nursing homes to people that have been put on oxygen tanks to help them reactivate their diaphragm. And we all know now, most of science and medicine knows about neuroplasticity.
Mhm.
And so the diaphragm is a muscle, the brain activates the diaphragm. And if you can retrain the brain and the muscle to work properly, it doesn't matter what the person is dealing with. I work with people, whether they're bedridden with a cancer, with spine injuries, with head injuries, as long as they can cognitively think about it and execute it, they can improve it.
That's amazing. So how other than when I refer my patients to you, how do people find you, Eric?
So a lot it's been in my 30-year career, it's been word of mouth 95% because holistic health is still a little bit of an outlier. And so most of it's holistic health. And then people also find us on the Eric Mabie Facebook page, Eric Mabie Holistic Health page on Instagram. But it's always word of mouth has always been the best, most effective way.
Thanks so much for coming in today. More than supplements, oxygen. You heard it here first. I hope you come back another time to meet with us. Thank you.